On behalf of our party, African Democratic Congress, ADC, with our colleagues here, we are not complete. We came here to address the press, as it were. As the leader of this present ADC in the chamber, we all met today and come to a conclusion that we need to address the press of the things that are happening presently in the country, and this affects our party ADC that will have their convention tomorrow. On that basis, we have united also as a one family to now elect our caucus leader in the House of Rep under ADC. He is in the person of Right Honorable Afam Ogene, member representing Ogbaru Federal Constituency from Anambra State. And coincidentally, it's not by coincidence that we need to also give him this very high responsibility. He is part and parcel of the press, and he hoped to retire there when he's tired. So, Mr. Ogene, Honorable Ogene, I'll leave the space for you to now read out and address the press as on behalf of all of us as we agreed.
Aja Janzi. I also thank my very respected colleagues who are here, and those of them who couldn't make it or have not gotten into town yet for our party convention tomorrow. I will just proceed to read our statement. 2027 ADC Reps Caucus call for the prosecution of INEC chairman over partiality and inconsistencies as electoral umpire. The African Democratic Congress Caucus in the House of Representatives held its inaugural meeting on Sunday, April 12, 2026, to review political developments in the nation and resolved as follows. 1. The caucus raised concerns regarding the impartiality and neutrality of the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Amupitan, to oversee a free, fair, and credible 2027 general elections. This follows recent public statements and actions by the chairman deemed to be compromising, partisan, and highly conflicted. It has been alleged that he previously made a partisan statement on his personal X account, wherein he expressed support for the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. Additionally, he has been accused of posting content alleging Christian genocide in Nigeria. Although the Independent National Electoral Commission has denied that Professor Amupitan is the owner of the X account in question, digital forensic analysis and other online investigations conducted by various sources suggests that he is the owner of the account in question, and that his phone number was used to create it and is also registered in his name. This has raised concerns regarding his transparency, integrity, and trustworthiness, particularly given the critical nature of the office he holds, which will have far-reaching implications for the nation. In the light of these inconsistencies and concerns regarding impartiality and integrity, the House Caucus of the ADC on Monday, 13th April 2026, hereby calls for the removal of Professor Amupitan from office and advocates for his prosecution in order to safeguard the nation against an unavoidable descent into anti-democratic practices. The caucus is gravely concerned about the ostensibly undemocratic actions taken by INEC under the leadership of Professor Amupitan, which appears to deny the ADC the opportunity to participate in the forthcoming elections. This is being achieved through the perpetuation of a leadership crisis within the party, whereby INEC has abdicated its responsibility as an impartial arbiter and instead intervened in our party's internal affairs. Specifically, the Commission seems to be recognizing an illegitimate leadership faction, contrary to the authentic leadership of Senator David Mark, which had previously been acknowledged and certified by INEC itself, having met the requisite criteria as evidenced by a recent affidavit issued by the Commission. We note that the Commission, in collusion with certain elements within the judiciary, is actively working to undermine the aspirations of the ADC, thereby seeking to prevent the party from fielding candidates in the forthcoming elections through duplicitous means that serve to obstruct inclusivity within the democratic process. In fact, credible information at our disposal suggests that certain individuals within the judiciary and INEC are collaborating to influence the outcome of a case coming up tomorrow, Tuesday, April 14, 2026, regarding the leadership question in the ADC, and this will potentially impart on the recognition of the discredited faction. In fact, Section 83, Sub 5 of the Electoral Act 2026 clearly prohibits any court of law in Nigeria from entertaining any case concerning party congresses. For emphasis, the section says, quote, "No court in Nigeria shall entertain jurisdiction over any suit or matter pertaining to the internal affairs of a political party." Section 83(6) further provides as follows: where such action is brought in negation of this provision, A, no interim or interlocutory injunction shall be entertained by the court, but the court shall suspend its ruling and deliver it at the stage of final judgment and shall give accelerated hearing to the matter. B, the court shall, at the conclusion of the matter, impose costs of not less than 10 million naira on the counsel who filed the action and not less than 10 million naira on the plaintiff/applicant, and in addition to payment to the commission of any costs, including solicitors' fees incurred by it, we are joined as a party. Sadly, that's what INEC is enabling by its actions and pronouncements concerning the internal affairs of the ADC. But we are vigilant and have concluded plans on behalf of the Nigerian people to submit a petition before the National Judicial Council, NJC, to the effect that politically exposed judicial officers, as recently outlined by the Nigerian Bar Association President, Afam Osigwe, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, be made to undergo investigations and possible removal from the bench. As the ADC caucus in the House of Representatives, we are compelled to act in response to the existential threat to our collective democracy. With critical segments of society, including the Nigerian Bar Association, civil society, the media, and the citizenry, losing faith in the judiciary and the electoral authorities, it is imperative that all Nigerians of goodwill transcend the borderlines of partisan divide and prioritize rescuing our nation's flattering democracy. It is indeed disheartening to observe that even during the military era, when laws often contained ouster clauses, the judiciary still boasted esteemed juries, such as the late Chukwudifo Oputa, Niki Tobi, Kayode Esho, Mohammed Uwais, etc., who delivered discerning judgments despite the presence of authoritarian regimes. We can therefore only surmise that these revered legal luminaries will be deeply troubled and disturbed in the great beyond by the current trend of questionable judgments, contradictory interim decisions, and overt judicial overreach, which appear to emanate from the very chambers of justice that was once adorned with distinction. We concur with the position of the NBA president, who only days ago expressed concerns over the growing perception of judges as beneficiaries of political patronage, stating that it erodes public trust in the justice system. In fact, the NBA president had lamented the practice of politicians gifting cars to judges, suggesting that it compromises their neutrality and demeans the judiciary. Of course, houses are also included. According to the NBA president, this act demeans the judges. It demeans the judiciary. He emphasized that judicial needs should be addressed through proper budgetary processes, allowing courts to manage their own affairs rather than relying on public display of largesse, which undermine judicial integrity and independence. INEC must not only be independent in name, but also demonstrate impartiality, transparency, credibility, and trustworthiness in its actions. However, current public perception suggests a disconnect from these ideals, and we stand as a caucus not only to raise such issues, but to stand against it in totality. We thank you for listening, much as we call on the international community to take judicial notice of what is going on in our country, Nigeria, where the threat to truncate our democracy is getting there by the day. I thank you.
Thank you. That's it. That's it. No.
No, the message is clear.
It's clear.
You can take questions from our convention.
Yes.
Sir, how did we get the soft copy of
I will send